brand new video. We're checking out We Fell in Love in October by Girl in Red. This was a suggestion. I was listening to this band and man, I'll tell you what, this song's super cool, super fresh. Let's zoom in, let's get you covering it, break it on down. Alright guys, so let's check this tune out. Super basic, not all that hard. Couple different chord shapes here, only 2 chords throughout the entire progression. We'll talk about the rhythm parts real quick and then we'll break down the little lead bits. Super simple. So the song is in the key of C. C major 7 to be exact. The chord shape that I'm playing up here is going to be this form of a C major 7. Super cool because we have like these droning G, B, and E strings on the top. So those strings are always going to ring open, so just keep that in mind. So the chord shape that I'm doing here is I have my first finger on the 8th fret of the low E. My third finger is going to go on the 10th fret of the A. And my middle finger is going to go on the 9th fret of the D. So I'm going to let all those strings ring out underneath it. So we have 8, 10, 9, open. And that same exact chord shape is just going to be moved down here to the 3rd fret. So we have here to here. We're basically just going to do two bars per chord. 2 measures. The intro kind of starts like this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The chords sustain out, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you're listening to the original, the lead guitarist has what we call an E-bow. It's basically like an electric violin bow kind of thing. For guitar, it's called E-bow. So that's how they're getting some of those cool, like crazy kind of exotic tones in the beginning. I don't have an E-bow, so I can't really demonstrate that, but this is the chords that are going over top of it. Then once the verses pick up, then you're going to start doing this down mute stuff. When the chorus comes in, then you have the whole open strum. So there's like 3 distinct kind of like rhythm ideas here. You have your intro chords where they're just kind of like sustaining. Just on those chords, and then you have your verse with the palm mute. For those that maybe not understanding, palm muting is just kind of this idea by using this inner part of your hand and kind of laying it over the bridge like this. So that way, you get that palm muted effect. And then you have the open strum. For the chorus part. Basically, all you're doing is playing C major 7 to G major 7. Super cool, but again, with those super like ringing strings out. Now let's talk about the little lead bits. It's super kind of hard to hear all the parts sometimes because it's just so like dreamy and almost like nebulous, so it's hard to hear the lead parts, but this is what my ear's picking up. And what's really cool is this is part of the vocal melody. My girl, my girl, my girl, my girl. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm on the 8th fret of the high E, and I'm going to the 7th fret of the high E. So, and I'm just going back between those. Now the next part is I'm jumping over and putting my 2nd finger on the B string of the 8th fret. And my first finger is going to keep in the 7th position, 7th fret of the high E. And we're going to alternate between those 2. So far you'd have this. Then you're going to do this jump up. What I'm doing there is I'm sliding up from the 10th fret of the high E, our D note, to the 12th fret of the high E, our E note. And then jumping back down to the 7th fret of the E. So note-wise would be D, E to B. So. That's gonna happen like twice. When it happens, then you'll have the next part. We'll talk about that in a second. So anyway, all together we have. Now let me play it over the chords so you can get it in your ear. Let this circle through again. Here we go. So you get an idea of how that goes. Now, after that, after kind of the outro part of the chorus, you have this line. It's really kind of hard to hear it in there, but it is underneath the chords. You just have to listen really hard for it. But again, it becomes so nebulous. But anyway, what I'm doing here is I'm all just on the high E string. I'm just alternate picking all the way through. I'm on 3, sliding all the way up to 10, 5, and then 7. 3, 10, 5, 7. Now let me play that over the chords. Cycle through. So after you get done with this part, rock and roll, baby. Alright, Hatt Clan fam, that was a song. I hope you dig it. Let me know what you'd like to see next, and I'll catch you in the next video. Jam it out, baby.